Good morning. I'm giving you a very early morning video. This is me, no makeup, hair's not done, haven't had a shower. I'm in the east coast of Tasmania. We've had to come up here for work for a couple of days, and I've noticed that I'm really itchy around the back of my head. And I also noticed this morning I have this little dot here, which is, not great. I've been growing that back for quite a few years there. Now, why would I have that dot? Well, I think it's important to share that we lost a family member in August. So that's only 2 months ago. We had a couple of things happen during that time that were quite stressful, and I can just feel my head being itchy ever since that time. I don't have a fear that all my hair is going to fall out, but I did notice when I was in the heightened stress state, which, if that's what you experience, you may like to have a think about how that affects you, is that I do things like I don't eat as well. I'm fast thinking, and I'll probably eat more food than I normally would. I'll eat the wrong foods. I've been eating a lot of toast, hummus, and Vegemite. I'm an Australian, but it's not nutrient dense, is it? It's not your veggies, it's not feeding your good gut bacteria. It's just grabbing something that feels good on the tongue and it feels nourishing feeling because it's toast, and then keep going. And sometimes that's beautiful sourdough bread, but it still doesn't have all that good gut bacteria food that you need to grow the gut bacteria and keep your immune system low, in terms of stress. The other thing I do, and this is just being really honest because I'm a human being, is that I'll often go for a glass of wine. Um, and that wine could end up being a little bit more than I should be having when times are stressful. And human, lots of us do that. So, and the other thing I tend to do is I'll go and pinch a cigarette off someone I know and have a couple of those. And I can just feel my skin and my body just, the dehydration just goes, shoo. I feel like I'm shriveling up. I don't look as good. My skin's not as clear. And I just feel crap. So they're things that are just very old habits that I've done 25, 30 years. They're the things that I've grabbed when I've been stressed. And really, pre alopecia, I was not pre alopecia, but pre children. So that was, I got alopecia 5 years into my parenthood. So before that, because I was quite a big drinker, and I love drinking and being out and eating rich food. And I really now, I'm not opposed to anyone drinking alcohol, but I stick to about half a glass of wine because that's actually all I feel like I can tolerate. Sometimes I feel like I've got a massive hangover, and that can also be my age, 47. Um, yeah, so just being super honest where I'm up to. Sometimes we do have stressful things in our life. That is life. You're always going to have stress, but it's how we deal with it. And so you can see what happened to me is we had a family member die, we had a family friend die earlier in the year, and a family friend's daughter die earlier in the year. So lots has happened, and it all I'm such an empathetic person, and it all just sits on me, and I feel it so deeply. So we have to recognize how we react to things. So if I had have been aware that those things were all going to happen, I could have gone, this is going to be a big time. How am I going to nourish myself? How can I pull back on some work? How can I make my life a bit easier so that life isn't so stressful? But with those types of things, I didn't get that opportunity. We also started a small business. I mean, that comes with a whole lot of things. It's going really well, but it's still other stresses that you have. So there was just so much happening. And of course, then you have to deal with, the processing of grief. And before you know it, I'm back into bad habits because I'm reaching for things just to, well, alcohol for me blocks out the noise. It's like, oh, I just need it. And I feel that immediate relax. And then I think, oh, I'll have another glass because that felt really good. But really, a little bit is enough if I'm going to have any at all. I don't sleep as well. It's just not, ideal. and the eating. It's like that's one of the first things that falls off the radar for me, as well as exercise. So you just squish down to all the things you have to do rather than the essentials that keep you going. And the essentials that keep you going should be the things you do not cut down. But we all have a finite amount of time in our day. So anyway, you've got me at early morning without my family awake. We've come up here. East coast of Tasmania is beautiful. I'm doing a lot of joy hunting. So this morning I saw some beautiful. These are things that can help train your brain up. Make us feel better. I saw some seagulls flying along this morning, making those big swirls that they do, like with birds. I don't know why birds do that. If you know, tell me. Making these big swirls around, and it was absolutely beautiful. So um, that was nice to watch. The other thing I watched yesterday was, and I'll post it on my TikTok account so you'll see it, with these little sheep out the front. There's a big sheep paddock, and they're just like hopping over this little bit of water, hop, hop, and then they're all looking and hopping, and there was thousands of them, and it was just so funny to watch their little brains thinking about will we follow, will we go round. Really cute. The other thing is I took my dog down to the beach and we had just a fantastic swim. He just loves the ocean, and then he was just screeching in the sand and making himself feel really good afterwards. And um, yeah, that just makes me happy. So I'm noticing those things. I'm feeling grateful. I'm grateful for being on the most amazing east coast of Tasmania, even though we're here for work. um, Making the most of being away, making the most of the beautiful nature that surrounds us. Oh, I'm so grateful I can see those birds and I can feel my shoulders relax every time I say that. Oh, I'm so grateful for those sheep. They made me laugh. Oh, I'm so grateful for the game of I played with my family last night. So I can feel my nervous system, coming down. There are other things. We've got lists of things that are happening in our life. As I said, the major family member that died in August, that's not long ago, it's really not. So it's only 2 months, so it's still very raw, still a lot of emotion in our house. Um, Trying to be grateful and trying to calm the nervous system and trying not to swing into things that I think are going to make me better but actually make me feel worse. So I think, I've had a little spot here once before. The good thing about that spot, you can cover it really easily. I've got big, thick, curly hair. You know, I can fix that. Yeah. So anyway, here you are. You have me raw and unexposed with no makeup. I hope you have a really great day. This is just an honest account of what it's like with alopecia. Um, and I've been in recovery for a long time now. But I do notice if things don't go well, my hair does play up. Okay. Bye.